Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, well, welcome. My name is Ken, also known as MrKenDenis. So, in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I created this look using the model's own vintage rose eyeshadow palette. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys click on the subscribe button down below and also that bell so you get notified when I do have a new video up. I basically do a lot of beauty, hair, makeup related videos, and I also vlog about my personal life. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so barefaced, as you guys can see, I've only got like moisturizer and a little bit of eye cream and some lip balm. And excuse that eye, still recovering from a sty. Alright, so I've got this eyeshadow palette from Model's Own, which is a new brand exclusive to Priceline, I believe. So I purchased this with my own money, and this is the Vintage Rose palette. And oh my gosh, I was just like, as soon as I saw it in person, I was like, them colors are calling my name, girl. So as you guys can see, the selection is really nice, and I was very tempted for that gold. It's like an all over lid color, but let's be real, that's really boring. So today I am going to attempt maybe Violetta or Timeless. I mean, you guys would have seen the preview in the very beginning when I introduced this clip, but I don't know, I'm so torn. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay down a base first. I'm going to be using this one from Tarte. This is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This one is if you guys are interested in the shade medium, and oh my gosh, this is really full coverage, guys. So I'm just taking like the tiniest amount because this concealer goes a really long way. I'm just gonna use this as a tacky base. And to really press that down into the skin, I'm just going to take this massive sponge from Target. This is a body tanning sponge. I've got a video, first impressions, if you guys are interested, linked on the screen down in the description box down below. Okay, so I'm just going to dive into the designer brand's Almost Famous Contour and Highlight Palette. I'm just going to grab the banana shade and use that as a base powder. So as you guys can see, this is a brand new palette and I haven't tried it before. Let me just take that sticker thing off, that mirror protector. Oh, the mirror is actually pretty decent. Like, I don't feel like I look warped in the mirror. So I'm just going to take a big fluffy eyeshadow brush. Just going to take the shade Cameo and use that as a transition color. I really like how they have the shade names at the bottom because it's easier to make reference to, especially if you're doing a tutorial like this. I don't know about you guys, but this shade Cameo looks like it's just a warm shade in the palette, but on the eyes, it's throwing off a little bit of a red tone, like actual red, not just warm orange. It's actually kind of red. By the way, this eyeshadow palette comes with a dual-ended brush. I'm just going to use, maybe the shorter end, and I'm just going to grab the shade Rosebud and just etch out my crease. Oh, this looks hella pigmented. Let me just tap off the excess. I know a lot of people have said this time and time again, but I am honestly so surprised and just impressed. That's the word. I am so impressed with drugstore eyeshadow palettes these days. They are just so good. Like, the quality is so much better than what they used to be. I remember when I used to go to the drugstore and grab an eyeshadow palette, it always used to be really just patchy, shimmery messes. It just never really did anything, and which is why, you know, I always kind of like gravitated towards like MAC eyeshadows or, you know, other brands, just nothing from the drugstore. But now, like, damn girl. I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and I'm just going to blend these colors together. So far so good, guys. Like, the matte shades are pretty good. They're not skipping, they're blending really well. It's going to be interesting to see how the shimmers fare. Usually drugstore brands do really well with shimmer. It's usually with the mattes where I find that most drugstore brands have a problem. Should I? Okay, I'm gonna bite the bullet and I'm going to grab Violetta. Ooh. Girl, that is not bad. It's also got a bit of a duochrome. I think this brush is not working for me. I need a flatter, just a shorter brush. So just grab my Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day setting spray. This is the Nikia Joy one. Got that pigment though. Okay, so this is looking a bit funny at the moment, but give me a second, I'll fix it. I feel like I need to deepen out the rest of the eyeshadow because, yeah, this is overpowering, but it's so pretty. Also, I've noticed not much fallout. Pretty impressive. I'm just going to get that small eyeshadow brush again, and this time I'm going to be grabbing Rosebud and Antique, mixing them together, and I'm going to pop them onto the socket line, a little bit on the outer V. Just, I don't know, I feel like I need this to be really deep. Okay, I'm just going to grab a smaller blending brush. So the reason I chose a smaller one is because the bigger ones tend to blow out the eyeshadow out even further. If you think about it, the bigger the brush, it spreads out the product. The smaller it is, it's still going to blend it, but it's going to keep it contained. And for someone who's got smaller eyes, it's something like this is pretty handy. Also guys, I'm not an expert, so this is probably going to look really blown out to a lot of professionals, but this is how I do it. And I feel like if I do it this way, it blends it alright. Like my number one tip, if you guys you feel like you've overdone it or it's just not looking good, just keep blending. Just trust me, blending makes it all okay. Like, it may not come out the same way as you planned it out in your head, but it's going to salvage it, trust me, and then you won't have to do it all over again. So a new product that I recently received is this liquid eyeliner from Bobbi Brown. I've never really tried any of their eye makeup products. I've always tried out their base products, so it's going to be quite interesting to see. So this is their ink liner, and this one is just in black is black. Alright, eyeliner is done. Pretty easy and simple to use. I mean, it's a standard liquid eyeliner, but girl, that is very black. Like, I have to admit, that is actually very, very black. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna pop on some lashes off camera, but I will be right back. Alright, so I've chucked on some lashes, so I just popped on these Glam by Manica Adriana lashes, and I just used the Rimmel London Wonderfully Real Mascara just to blend them in, and now we're going to move on to the base. First, going to apply some primer. This one is from NYX. This is their Photo Loving Primer. This is just a clear one. Just going to apply a little bit of beard cover for some 5 o'clock color correction. Okay, now we're going to move on to foundation. So this one is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation. So I got some foundation on my lips, and I'm not actually hating how it looks. Like, I think I could rock that. Okay, so we're going to go back into the Tarte concealer, and I'm actually kind of dreading using this because this is super full coverage and the sponge that I'm using today is massive. It's gonna blend everywhere. So I'm just going to flip the sponge the other way around, so this has got the concealer side, just to blend it first. And then I'm going to swap onto the other side where I just had foundation. I'm just going to use that to blend out the edges. I used to have like this really streaky, not streaky. I used to have this really harsh contrast between my concealer and my foundation. Sorry, that was a really loud motorbike. I used to do that, and I always thought like that was so cool, but now I just feel like that was a little bit too harsh. Now I'm just all about like, just gonna blend everything because yeah, blending is life. Alright, so I'm just going to go back into the designer brand. Okay, so I'm just going to go back into the designer brand. Okay, so I'm just going to go back into the designer brand. Okay, so I'm just going to go back into the designer brand palette. I had to say that 3 times, I was so tongue-tied. I'm just going to grab that banana powder, and then for the rest of the face I'm just going to use this powder from Savy. By the way guys, if you guys have missed out on any of the names of the products, I will have them all listed down in the description box down below, and any relevant links that will help you guys with your shopping. Oh, by the way guys, I'm also wearing these contact lenses by Solotica. These are the Solotica Natural Quartzo lenses. Super popular. Like, if you go on Instagram, like almost everyone has these contact lenses if they are contact lens wearers. I've got an affiliate link down in the description box down below. It basically gets you 10% off your order. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be contact lenses, the glasses, whatever. It doesn't even have to be Solotica, to be honest. It will get you 10% off. I get some money from it. You guys get a discount. It's like a win-win situation. You don't pay any more by using that code. You literally just get a discount and I get some money from it. So yeah, just so we're clear. I've forgotten how much I love this powder. This stuff is like amazing. Okay, now I'm just gonna do a little bit of bronzing, and oh my gosh, I have been in love with this palette. Like, honestly, as you guys see, I've been using like the banana powder non-stop, and that bronzer over there is, oh, girl, it's like, here we go again, girl. It is the Balm.com. Doesn't look orange on me, and I love it. Like, a lot of the times drugstore bronzers tend to look quite orange on me. This one, I don't feel personally, it doesn't look orange, but I don't know. You guys might think it's orange. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna grab the lightest bronzer shade here, run it on the lower lash line. It's a bit of a transition. I don't want to use the darker transition there because I kind of want to keep this under eye very light. And then we're going to go back into the Model's Own palette, and I'm just going to grab Antique, and then we're just going to grab Rosebud and Violetta, just mixing them together. And I'm going to get really close to the lash line this time. So the only light shimmery shade they've got is this Charming shade, and I think it's too golden for what I'm going for. So I'm just going to grab the Designer Brand palette. Ugh, I get so tongue-tied with Designer Brand, like if I'm going on like a whole sentence. Anyway, I'm going to be grabbing that really light shade. Just gonna pop it into the inner corner. Yes, I'm living for the inner corner highlight, girl. Woo! Yeah, that was a little bit too much. Anyway, I'm gonna do some contouring. Going to grab the Ashy Tone shade there. If you guys can't tell, this is like one of my favorite palettes. Like, at the moment. It's like, this is so good. Bobbi Brown recently spoiled me and sent me a couple of products, and one of them I was super excited when I received it is this shimmer brick. This is the Bobbi Brown shimmer brick in Sunset Pink, and girl, I haven't used the shimmer brick in years, but oh, so pretty. Yes. It's just a nice rosy glow of highlight, and I think it's just so nice and natural. So if you guys aren't into like the stark champagne, almost white metallic highlighters, definitely check out Bobbi Brown's shimmer bricks. Like, they are like the OG highlighters. Like, you can use them for eyeshadow if you wanted to. But before I forget to do my brows yet again, I'm going to be using this one from Rimmel London. This is the Brow This Way brow sculpting kit. Okay, we're almost done. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of mascara on the lower lash line because I feel like we're going very dramatic and it needs that. Okay, so now I'm just going to line my lips. I've got this one from NYX. This is the retractable lip liner pencil, and this one is in Sand Beige. Alright, I'm pretty sure I just drew my lips on really wonky, but here's hoping you guys can't really notice. Okay, now I'm just going to apply this lippy from Kylie Cosmetics. This one is the matte liquid lipstick in Maliboo. I don't think I've ever seen my lips like this before. This is kind of scary, but I like it. Alright, so I'm just going to set that all into place, and that is it. Alright guys, so there you guys go. That is the final look so far. I am super impressed. Obviously this is the first impressions on the Vintage Rose palette. I mean, I don't really know how well it's going to hold, and obviously I used a concealer, so I'll let you guys know in a follow-up video, maybe in the favorites, if this is going to make it into my favorites or whatnot. But overall the pigmentation is really good. Again, I've only really tried out 2 of the mattes and 1 of the sort of like shimmery shades, so I can't really tell you guys how the overall palette is going to perform. But if you guys are interested in overall like swatch review and everything like that, definitely let me know down in the comment box down below, and I'll definitely do that for you guys. Bobbi Brown's eyeliner, girl, super black, definitely get on that. The shimmer brick, girl, I have forgotten how much I love shimmer bricks because they aren't like the typical like these days highlighters are like super blinding and bright. This is definitely more on the subtle side, but it's not subtle that it's kind of like pointless in wearing it. It's definitely got this nice iridescence, this nice glow to the skin. I also like the fact that this has got like this rosy tone, and I don't know, it's just giving me like rose gold vibes. And if you guys have seen my Instagram, I've just been like rose gold everything lately. So the Bobbi Brown stuff is from a holiday collection. This palette is from a holiday collection as well. Obviously this one is just like a new brand that's just hit Australia, so everything else I think is just like regular range makeup. Yeah. Anyway, I should stop talking now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!